Over 1,000 American pastors and Christian influencers were given an all-expenses-paid trip to the modern state of Israel. And for what, you might ask? To be trained as ambassadors for Christ? No, silly, to become ambassadors for the modern state of Israel. So let's discuss exactly what's going on and watch some videos to get the 411. All right, so a few days ago, Modern Israel held its first, meaning they intend to have more, their very first Ambassador Summit, where they trained over 1,000 American pastors and Christian influencers on how to support the modern state of Israel. As I said in my last video about Modern Israel targeting American Christians, this is weird because the government of Israel is run by people who believe what we believe as Christians is blasphemous. They believe, probably unanimously, that Jesus was a false prophet, that he was rightfully murdered. Some of them believe that he's burning forever in human excrement. So why on earth would they be providing all expenses paid trips for pastors whose job is supposed to be preaching about Jesus? Why would they be spending probably millions of their federal dollars to bring these people to their country? What biblical motive, what Christ-centered motive could this government possibly have? It's clear it has nothing to do with spurring Christians on towards Christ, because that would go against everything they believe. So one can only assume then that it has everything to do with their political agendas. And did I mention that the main demographic of American Christians that they're interested in is your young adults? Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us for CBN Newswatch. I'm Ephraim Graham. Ahead today, an historic event in Israel as more than 1,000 pastors and influencers travel to the Holy Land.
A partnership between Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Friends of Zion Museum led to the unprecedented visit.
It's the first time in history the state of Israel has officially partnered with 1,000 strategic pastors to commission them as ambassadors to combat anti-Semitism and reach the youth of their generation.
Dr. Mike Evans says Israel's fight is not just on the battlefield.
Right now there's an ideological war that Israel's losing. So they need the evangelicals, they need the Zionists to fight an ideological war. They need the evangelicals, they need the Zionists to fight an ideological war.
There is a growing cancer within the evangelical movement in America where people are thinking Israel doesn't matter and there's nothing biblical about our relationship to Israel. This is very dangerous.
This gathering is a prelude to a massive campaign planned for next year.
We're launching in 2026 a global program to reach 1 million pastors and 1 million churches globally to teach them a biblical worldview.
And I want to thank each of you for warding off darkness and spreading light all over the world. God bless you.
I am a friend of Zion.
I want to salute all of you gathered in this important meeting. You're gathered to fight an important threat to our common future. Anti-Semitism. It's today an amalgamation of the radical left joined with the radical Islamists, and on the other side, the radical right that seeks to erase history and thereby threatens our common future. Speak up and be counted. I'm counting on you, and I know you'll do what has to be done.
Young ambassadors, you are going to serve the diplomacy of the future. Israel is a miracle, and you are going to show that people can create miracles.
Thank you for standing by Israel. And thank you for being our ambassadors of the truth.
I hope you go back with the fire of God burning in your bones, and when you stand in the pulpit, you let the people of America know that it is time for us to simply be biblical. That's what it is. It's not to be pro-Israel, it's to be pro-biblical. And when you're pro-Bible, you will find your voice to be pro-Israel. Today, you will be commissioned as ambassadors to go back to the United States, to your pulpits, to your platforms.
We will preach against anti-Semitism from our pulpits, preach against anti-Semitism from our pulpits. We will confront it in our pews and in our politics, and we will teach our children to love you.
Our biggest takeaway is teaching our kids, our younger generations, our middle school or high school students to pray for Israel,
to take care of Israel,
to support Israel.
All right, so I really want to assume the best. I want to believe that these people mean well, but they can't be this naive. The modern state of Israel's government has been very clear about their political and PR agendas. Their goal is to boost their image back up in the world because it's absolutely shattered because of their genocide in Gaza. So they're wanting American Christians to overlook the genocide and mass murder that they're committing. And in order to do that, you have to be more moved by political agendas than by biblical principles and God's commands. It's hard for me to think that they can't see the devil that they're laying in bed with. So the last thing I'll say is that if you go to a church with one of these pastors, I would encourage you to pray and ask the Lord if you should remain under that kind of leadership. And if God does lead you to leave, I would really encourage you not to do so quietly. I would encourage you to sit down with these pastors and lovingly express your concern and lovingly push back, because they need to know that people know what they're doing, that they're willfully allowing what is supposed to be the house of the Lord to be used for foreign political agendas. Rather than protecting their church congregation from wolves in sheep's clothing, these pastors have sadly chosen to take part, to become a wolf in sheep clothing themselves. And that is shameful, and it deserves to be called out. So please read your Bibles, know it for yourself. Encourage your children to read it and to know it for themselves. May we have the courage to let these pastors and this foreign political state know that our faith is not for sale. So equip your kids and equip your wife, because they come for everybody out here. I thought we were going to end 2025 on a good note. I guess it's trying to go to a whole nother level. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.